Nearly 44,000 workers in the U.S. legally earn less than the minimum wage solely because they have a disability. They're employed under the 14C program, which allows disabled workers whose earning or productive capacity is impaired by a physical or mental disability to be paid a sub-minimum wage. It's something advocates are taking a close look into. On one hand, the program offers work opportunities for people who otherwise might not have them. But on the other, it could be considered exploitation of people with disabilities for low-cost labor. So here to discuss it all is Bloomberg Law's labor and employment reporter, Paige Smith, who recently wrote a deep dive on this issue, as you can see there, as well as Peter Burns. He's the CEO of the ARC of the U.S., an advocacy group for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Thank you both for being here. Paige, let's just start with you. 14C has been around for a number of decades, 8 decades, I believe. Can you explain why it's coming under scrutiny right now?
So 14C, as you said, has been around for many, many years. And I think that it is coming to the forefront now because there is a proposal included in the House Democrats' tax and social spending plan that's sort of working its way in negotiations as we speak. But there's a piece in that package that would essentially call for 14C or the 14C program to be phased out.
And we sort of led with this a little bit, but Peter, I'd love for you to get into sort of the complications of phasing out 14C. I mean, it's not just as easy as making it go away. Can you talk about that a little bit?
The reality is there's a very simple principle at stake here, and that is that people with disabilities, as a matter of civil rights and human rights, should not be paid less for a job than people without disabilities. And the problem here is that there are 10 million employers in the United States, and by and large we are not seeing those employers really engage people with disabilities as a valuable workforce. And that's where the change really needs to happen.
Well, Peter, what does that engagement look like? I mean, where does change start for some of these businesses in terms of engaging with people with disabilities?
Well, one of the ways it starts is really attitudinal. We have employers all over the country struggling to fill vacancies now. Well, they can tap a workforce of people who are really eager to work, who are going to be reliable workers. The turnover is going to be less. They're going to be enthusiastic coming to work every day, and they're going to improve the morale of the workforce as a whole.
Certainly. Really important conversation to have, and we should know it is National Disability Employment Awareness Month. So appreciate both of you being here, and Paige, for your story. Paige Smith with Bloomberg Law and Peter Burns, CEO of the ARC of the U.S. Thank you both so much for your time. Hey, thanks for watching Bloomberg Quicktake Now. Subscribe to our channel to see the biggest stories the moment they happen from around the world. And tune in to our 24/7 live stream for global news coverage, documentaries, interviews, deep dives, and shows on the stories that you care most about.